Every time I walk into the woods, I feel like I can leave something there that I don't want anymore, and I can always learn something new and take it with me. All the worries of the world kind of disappear when I put my backpack on and stay gone until I take it off. I feel like every mile that I hike, the weight of the world just falls off my shoulders. Something about it for me is just soothing. I guess what led me to Four Circles was a pretty long path. It started when I was 12 or 13 years old, when I started drinking and smoking pot. At the time, I think I was just doing it to fit in or make friends or feel a little more comfortable in my own skin, maybe. By the time I was 21 years old, I was physically addicted to heroin. I had a great childhood. My parents were great. My brothers and sisters were great. I had all that I needed. I actually stopped trying to figure out why I got addicted to drugs because I couldn't come up with an answer, and it really didn't matter in the long run. It was, what am I going to do today to make my life work? Four Circles was my 5th treatment center, and it was a lot of heartache, a lot of pain. I feel I had a path of wreckage about a mile wide with my using. I hurt a lot of people in the process, hurt myself a lot in the process, and I showed up to Four Circles pretty broken.
I think one of the main reasons we at Four Circles succeed in helping people in their recovery is the utilization of wilderness. We happen to be surrounded by an enormous amount of national forest land. When you get out there, there's nothing to distract you from what's going on inside. There's no TV, movies, music, any of that. You got to look at yourself. And when you're put in a situation where you have to look at yourself, you're going to get some work done.
When I first got here, there's all the backpacking and exercise, and I thought, you've got to be kidding me. But, I was seeing how, serene it was out there and how, peaceful, and how I was able to just kind of be within myself. My parents found Four Circles for me. I wasn't completely willing when I got here. The night that I came, I was crying my eyes out, but thought that this is gonna make them happy. It wasn't about me. And I was angry to be here. In my using, I've compared myself to other people and always thought I'm not as bad as they are. I don't do those things. Only junkies go to rehab. That was my thoughts, and then by the end of it, I had become one of them. I'm very glad that my parents pushed it. Going through this program, I wouldn't be the person I am without everything I got here.
Our clients have a lot of experiences while they're here at Four Circles. We're a hybrid of residential and wilderness, so on one end they have more traditional residential therapy when they're here at our facility, groups and sessions with therapists and a lot of other activities, too many to name. And then on the wilderness portion, a lot of outdoor activities, hiking, camping, rock climbing, fly fishing. We're constantly looking for more things for them to do. We specifically treat adults that are 18 to 28. We feel like it's just going to be more effective to be with their peers.
Once I got settled in after being here a little bit, we became like a little family. We would go on day hikes. We had group sessions together, and then we'd take turns cooking dinner. We were very supportive of each other. We'd do initiatives that were really, that would challenge your mind to figure out how to make them work, and just the process of trial and error was a lot of fun.
Everything that we do here teaches skills that can be used in our lives in a really practical way. Just some examples like backpacking. Being prepared is a really important thing, just as it is in our lives with school and jobs and relationships and everything else. So if our guides say pack a waterproof pack, And I'm like, it's not gonna rain today, I don't have to do that. And then it rains that day. I'm sleeping in a wet sleeping bag. I get immediate consequences for my choices. There's nobody to save you from that. I could tell that the guides weren't here because it was an easy job or it was a glamorous job. They were here because they cared, because they wanted to make a difference in my life and in the lives of a lot of people.
You know, it gave me, I guess, just the hope that, you know, that this is possible, that I can do it, that there's a life that doesn't include all of this.
We're getting our clients engaged with their body, their mind, their spirit, and I think that we see an acceleration of the treatment process by utilizing the wilderness and outdoor adventure.
I quickly realized that Four Circles didn't have a plan for me. They didn't have an image of the Mick that they wanted to graduate. They helped me figure out who I wanted to be. So 3.5 years ago, I showed up here as a client. Because of what this program did for me, they taught me some things that I was able to apply to my life. Now I work here as a guide.
I think I remember Green Mile on the way up. There's a Green Mile on the right.
I think it's important to recognize milestones in people's lives. And today we had a ceremony for Mick. He reached Master Guide status, which is pretty challenging for the staff, and most of them don't reach that. With Mick, it touched me even more than usual because I have been able to witness this long path that he's been on, from being an addict to having the success that he's had and reaching the goals that he's really been focused on. And I'm sure it's the same for his family. You know, I'm sure that at one point they thought they were going to lose their son, and now they know that they have him back.
So I hear the word rehab a lot, and I hear the word recovery a lot. Maybe I'm in recovery, but I choose the word life. If your life has gotten you to a point where you need some help, it's not a step down to seek it.
The support, you know, and the optimism, the hope, you know, it's there, and it works. You know, I never ever thought that I could start over again. I was, you know, given an amazing opportunity to pick up the pieces and start off on the right foot. My relationships today are completely opposite of what I ever thought a relationship should have been. You know, there's communication and there's trust. I'm part of the family now, instead of that daughter that couldn't quite always get it together. You know, it's genuine and it's real and it's, you know, it's whole instead of just little pieces here and there. I think where I'm at today is in the place where I wanted to be for so long, just didn't know how to get there.
The future for me is kind of open right now. I'm at a place in my life where I am completely happy. I'm doing a job that I love. I'm going to school. Another thing I learned at Four Circles was to stay present, but keep moving forward. I feel like I've been given a second chance at life. And I think that feeling is why I'm here and why I'm working, because I feel like I was given that second chance, so maybe I can play a part in giving other people second chances too. I don't have any answers to give anybody, but I can lead them down a trail in the woods where they might find some of them along the way.